Now in this video I am going to show you how to calculate the area of compound shapes. Before you get into this video, make sure you are fully familiar with how to calculate the area of a triangle, square and rectangle, as well as a circle. So a compound shape refers to any shape that is essentially two or more shapes put together. So I'll give you an example here. So you got asked to calculate the area of the following shape. Now, one way we can do this is by splitting this into several shapes. What you'll notice, if I was to draw a line here, this is actually two rectangles, one here and one here. So we can calculate the area of both individual rectangles and then add them together to work out the total area. What this does mean is that we're going to have to fill in the blanks with some of the lengths because they're actually in blank. Now this length here would be 5 meters, and the reason for that is this length here is 7 meters and the entire length from here to here would be 12 meters, so the leftover has to be 5. Same here, same with this one. This length is 10, this length is 3, so the difference has to be 7 meters. Once we've filled in the blanks, this becomes a lot easier. Now this rectangle here is 5 times 10, which is 50 meters. And this one here is 7 times 3, which is 21 meters. 50 plus 21 equals 71 meters. That is the area of our shape here. Let's have a look at this example instead. Now this is essentially a rectangle, but there is a corner missing. So again, what we could do is split this into 3 individual shapes, but I'm going to show you a different way of doing this one. What we would do is we would calculate the area as if this was a completed rectangle. So if we assume this was a completed rectangle, it would be 10 times by 12, which is 120 meters. We now need to remove this triangle because we treat this calculation as if this was a whole shape, so we now need to remove this triangle. First, let's work out the lengths of the triangle. So this length would be 5 meters, sorry, I wrote 10 there. This would be 5 meters because 10 and 5, the difference is 5. And the difference between this point here and this point here would be 4 meters because again, 8 meters here, 12 meters here, the difference is 4. So 4 times 5 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. So we know the area of this triangle would be 10. That leaves us with 120, subtract 10, in 110 meters, which is the area of this shape. Give you one final example of the kind of questions you might get. You might get asked to work out the area of this garden, ignoring the water fountain, which is the circle. So we'd have to work out the area of this shape as a whole, and then remove the circle. Again, start off by filling in the blanks. So we know that this is 15, so we know this has got to be 10 meters here. And then this one here would just be 5 plus 9, which would give us 14 meters. Apologies. 14 meters. And this corner here would be 14 subtract 9, which is 5 again. Cool. So once we've filled in the blanks, we can now start deciphering the area of this shape. So again, I'm going to split this into 2 shapes. 14 times by 10 is 140. 9 times 5 is 90, 45 meters. So 140 plus 145 would give us 195 meters. We now need to subtract this circle. So it was a diameter of 6, so pi, which is 3.14. Times radius, squared. Now the radius will be 3, so 3 times 3 is 9, and then 9 times 3.14 is 28. 28.26. So we'll now need to do 195 subtract 28.26, which gives us 166.74 meters squared, which is the area of this shape if we ignore the circle. So they're just 3 examples of questions you could get when you have to calculate the area of a compound shape.